This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening. Quite a start to the week with heavy downpours across the Bay Area. It was hard to time out sometimes when to go outside with the off and on showers all day. Take a look at this time-lapse video in San Francisco. It was gray through the day with the scattered rain. And the storm's even bringing lightning to the Bay Area. Overnight, some of our San Francisco tower cams caught a strike. And you could see the lightning just for a split second. And here's another angle. Also, this is certainly a time to take it easy on the roadways. This is video from Citizen App showing traffic on Kirker Pass Road near Concord after a deadly accident. Police are asking drivers to avoid the area as they continue to investigate. And there are still patches of green on the radar right now, which means more rain is on the way. So let's get to First Alert meteorologist Paul Hagan with more on this timeline. Paul?
Yeah, we've got a couple more days of unsettled weather to go. Into off and on showers for the rest of this evening and tonight. That heaviest rain has pushed farther off to the east. It's rolling up through Sacramento as we speak, but we are not dry across the Bay Area. Far from it. These hit or miss showers, very representative of what we're going to see through the rest of tonight and for most of the day tomorrow before a wave of heavier rain moves in tomorrow night into Wednesday. So let's track the showers through the rest of tonight, and you can see the intermittent pattern here. It's not going to rain everywhere all the time, and that's going to be the trend as we head into early tomorrow morning and throughout the day on Tuesday. But keep the umbrella and the rain jacket handy, because even when we're in one of those breaks in the action, there are going to be more showers elsewhere, and they're going to be on the move. So it is just going to be a generally wet day, even though it isn't going to rain everywhere all the time. Adding up more rain on top of what has already occurred. Take a look at the rainfall totals so far since the rain began about 36 hours ago. Almost 2/3 of an inch of rain for San Jose, over an inch for Los Gatos, and we're starting to see some higher amounts adding up. Close to an inch of total rainfall for Livermore, right around an inch of total rainfall for Antioch, getting close in Concord, inch and a quarter for downtown Oakland, and almost an inch and a half for San Francisco, with the highest numbers farther to the north. Almost 2 inches of rain around San Rafael, but in the lower elevations around Novato, you're picking up close to 1 inch of rain. Over 2 inches of rain thus far in Santa Rosa, and there is more rain on the way. That wave of heaviest rain is going to move in as we head through tomorrow night and into Wednesday. So this intermittent pattern is going to give way to steadier and heavier rain, but even then, I don't think flooding is going to be a significant concern. We'll track all of that rain and when it's going to come to an end with a longer look at Futurecast in just a few minutes.
Paul, thanks. And we updated our power outage maps. You can see the green and the yellow representing outages in the Bay Area. Things are getting back to normal in San Jose after thousands of PG&E customers lost power because of an equipment failure happening at a substation. So this is what it looked like earlier today in the downtown area. And you can see some traffic lights and light posts are off. Businesses and restaurants also in the dark. We spoke with one store owner, Gustavo Silva, who says it happened so suddenly.
Out of nowhere, just everything turns off. The music turned off, computers shut down, my POS system shut down. It was just random.
The owner told us he had to shut down early while the power was out. So students and teachers were also left in the dark at a nearby school. This was at the Washington Unified Youth Center. One educator tells us teachers had to escort students with flashlights after the power went out.
We had about 5-6 students in class. They're all working on their schoolwork, and boom, just lights out, dark, just blackout.
PG&E crews were able to restore the power after 4 o'clock this afternoon. For the updated First Alert forecast anytime, just head to kpix.com or stream CBS News Bay Area on the free CBS News app. Some of the protesters who blocked traffic on the Bay Bridge last month were in court today. They were demonstrating against the war in Gaza, but our Leslie Gooden tells us a group of their supporters think the case should be dropped.
People filled the courthouse steps Monday morning
civil disobedience
to show support to the 80 people who are being charged for their involvement of blocking traffic on the Bay Bridge, all while calling for a ceasefire in Gaza.
There is no business as usual under genocide. There is no continuation of life as normal as long as our family members, even people we don't know, are under bombardment.
Among them is Rami Abdel Karim, who says he too was on the bridge to document, sharing the group was practicing civil disobedience.
I feel that what they were participating in as protesters was extremely necessary. The situation in Gaza was very dire, and today it's even more dire. Double the amount of Palestinians that were killed then have been killed now.
Rami says the group wanted to get a message to President Biden.
What would you do if your family members were being killed right in front of you on TV, on your social media screens? What would you do if your tax dollars were funding it? And lastly, what would you do if the president was in town and refused to call for a ceasefire?
And San Francisco's District Attorney Brooke Jenkins announced the charges last week. In a statement to us, she says, quote, "While we must protect avenues for free speech, the exercise of free speech cannot compromise public safety. The demonstration on the Bay Bridge that snarled traffic for hours had a tremendous impact on those who were stuck on the bridge for hours and required tremendous public resources to resolve. And each Bay Bridge protester has been given 5 misdemeanor charges, which include false imprisonment, refusing to comply with a peace officer, unlawful public assembly, and refusing to disperse.
Just sitting here crying because I'm late for work again and stuck in traffic."
And some residents think the protesters should be held accountable.
I don't know if they'd be sent to jail, but I feel like if I was sitting in that traffic, I'd be probably pretty pissed off. And, you know, if I was in there, I'd say they should probably go to jail. I don't know. That's a hard one. Give them fines for sure. Probably give them fines.
And Rami says some who are being charged had nothing to do with the blockage.
Actually, multiple people who were pulled out of their cars by the police who were not part of the protest. There was someone who was suspected to have been racially profiled and arrested as well, who were not engaged at all in the protest. They were simply bystanders. They were stuck on the bridge.
Monday's arraignment has been postponed until February 1st and 2nd. And Rami believes anyone who stands up for justice has the right to engage in protests, even if it's disruptive.
And now to San Jose, where a housing development planned near the San Jose Flea Market and Berryessa BART station is getting delayed by 2 years.
For people like me that spend many years here, there's no more way to go. It's just only the flea market. That's all I have to make a living right now, so I'm happy.
We've honestly worked here a lot. It means a lot to me because I grew up working here with my mom, my grandpa.
The property owners recently downsized the plan from 3,500 units to only about 900. The city is not so thrilled about less housing. Businesses tell us they are breathing a little easier for now. So the city says it is looking for an alternative site for the flea market when it's time to move. The vendors say the extra time will help with that.
This is the Volkswagen Red and Gold Report.
It's getting exciting. Football now. The 49ers have extended their winning streak to now 6 games after Sunday's amazing win. Boy, that was kind of, what would you call that one? Is that a blow? What is that? A blowout?
It's not Christmas. It's Clinchmas. That's the time that we're in right now.
I know, and I even asked you.
45-29.
The next game is on Christmas.
We cannot wait for this one. How lucky are we at this time?
Yeah.
We're late in the season, okay? You got the top seeds in each conference head-to-head on Christmas night. The Niners, 5.5-point favorites at home against the Baltimore Ravens. But you know what, Jules? For now, let's enjoy Victory Monday for the division champs.
I'm gonna put my hat on forwards so everybody knows I'm a champion. Man, I'm excited. That was the goal coming in, and that's the goal every season. That's the standard. Here we go, Nick Bosa. Get on in there, buddy. Looking like a champion.
Hopefully Brock Purdy didn't need T-shirts and hats for his cheering section in the win over Arizona yesterday. Purdy made his first start back in his home state. He threw for 4 touchdowns and led the 49ers to a season-high 45 points.
I only got tickets just for my family just because there's so many people in my life, hit me up for all that stuff. It was crazy. So I just stuck with my family, but I know a lot of people in my life that came. It felt like the game that, in high school I'd come and watch the Cardinals and felt like that. Now I'm playing on that field. It was so cool. So definitely something I'll look back on in life and be very thankful for.
If you like that, Jules, you'll love this. Deebo Samuel scored 2 touchdowns Sunday, but it was what he did after the game that brought one fan to tears. Look at this kid's reaction to Deebo signing his shoe. That's one early Christmas gift he will never forget. Isn't that something, Jules?
That's
Yeah.
priceless. Now that's what it's all about.
And again, it's not Christmas, it's Clinchmas. That's right.
I also think you should do a montage of how many Mondays you've said, it's Victory Monday.
I know. I hope we
you've
just
done-
keep saying it over and over again, although next game is a Monday night, so it'd have to be Victory Tuesday. Yeah.
We'll take it. All right.
Yeah.
Fern, thank you.